Joy. Joy, boy. If only everybody else had changed, I could sure be happy. If only that hadn't happened, I could be happy, couldn't I? If I could just fix that past. Oh, my mother's been dead since 1997. If I could just make it different. You know, if I could just make her a different mother from when I was 4, then I'd be happy. Then I could have that joy, couldn't I? My dad's been gone for years. You know, he can't fix it. You know, we're waiting around for somebody to fix something. So many of us, aren't we? And forgetting that we are blessed, just as we are. That we are both blessed and a blessing, and that every single circumstance, every single event that has ever taken place in our lives has served a purpose. And the purpose that it has served is to get us right here, right now. To awaken to this moment. This is the moment to awaken. This is the only one. What a relief. I don't have to awaken to the last moment. I have to awaken to this moment. To this moment. To this moment. And that's all that I have to do. And so, do you want it? Do you want the awakening to this moment? Because this is the moment where the joy is. And I read something here that I want to read to you today, and it's a traditional reading, and it's the Beatitudes from the 5th chapter of Matthew. But reading it here was different than reading it in my traditional Bible, and you know I like this book so much. And so, blessed are the poor in spirit, for they are already one with God. Blessed are those who have tired of this world, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the peaceful and joyous, for they will see the world as it really is. Blessed are those who seek truth above all else, for it will be given them. Blessed are those who forgive their, what we call evil thoughts, incorrect thoughts, for they will find the light that is their true source. Blessed are the enlightened, for they know. Blessed are they who share my word in love, for they shall shine like beacons for all men to see, and they shall be recognized as the Son that is. Blessed are those who see only love in their brothers and their sisters, for they know what they have found. Blessed are they who has removed value from this world, placed it in heaven, for they know where their treasure lies. Blessed are the ones who know their God, for they know the reason they rejoice. Their joy is one, because it is whole and complete as it has always been, and so it is perfect. Blessed are the ones who know their God. Blessed, what is the blessing? I mean, how am I blessed when I know? Well, I have assurance. I have peace. I have joy. When the branch falls down. When my back hurts. When my shoulders ache. When I get disturbing emails. When whatever comes up. And I can know the truth. Or at least be willing to search for the truth. Because that's all it takes, isn't it? When I'm at the airport and my flight is canceled, and I had another plan, and I can say, oh, I was hoping that would happen, for no reason but the ridiculousness of it all. If I fall down the steps, to still say, this is somehow good. We are assured of joy. Did you know that? You and I, and all of them, are assured of joy. We are assured of love. We are assured of peace. And all that we have to do is accept it. That's all we have to do. That's why we come here. That's why we all came out at the end of a storm today, is to be reminded one more time that we are assured of our good. But we are also reminded by the news that our good may not look like we thought it was going to look. We are reminded through a car accident that our good may not look like we thought it would look. We are reminded by recovering from an addiction that our good may not look like we thought it would look. We are reminded in the checkout at the grocery store that our good may not look like we thought it would look in traffic, in books, in our bodies as they get older, as whatever. We are often reminded that our good may not look like we thought it would look. However, we are assured that we are good, and that our neighbor is good, and that our circumstances are good. G-O-O-D, capital G. Means there is no opposite. We are not assured that we will like every event that takes place. Nowhere was I told, say Yahoo, when something painful takes place. However, I was taught to say thank you when any event. Nehemiah, the book of Nehemiah tells us that the joy of the Lord is our strength. The joy of the Lord. Who remembers what Lord means in Metaphysics? Law. So the joy of the law is my strength. Taking joy that there is a divine law that I cannot break, that I cannot avoid, that I cannot escape. Even if it's their fault. And it's usually their fault, isn't it? And so I cannot escape the law of mind action, the law of cause and effect. This is the good news. This is the fantastic news. I cannot escape the law of mind action, of cause and effect. That for every thought there is, or for every cause, thought is cause, for every thought there is an effect. There is an effect that will follow my thought. Therefore, if I do not care for the current effect, I need a new thought. Well, where would you go to get your new thought? Hello. I'm inviting. Where would you go? Spirit, there we go. We go for a new thought. We don't go to convince Spirit that we have somehow been wronged or that we are somehow wrong. We do not need to convince Spirit. In my journal, more than once now, Spirit has reminded me that guilt is not redemption. My shame will not redeem me from my so-called sins, meaning self-loathing, meaning that I made a mistake because I forgot that I was good. Guilt over it is not redemption. A new thought is redemption. A correct thought is redemption. And so I must go to the highest voice so that I know redemption isn't something God decides or that Holy Spirit decides. Redemption is knowing the truth. Redemption is the acceptance of my joy. Redemption is the acceptance of my love. Redemption is the acceptance of my peace. Redemption is the acceptance of joy to the world, is my willingness for joy to the world. That's what redemption is. So that I would look at the world and see it correctly rather than with a, well, it's good, but. Oh, yes, my world is very good. I just wish this were different. Oh, this was fantastic, but. Well, yes, I love her, but. That didn't sound nice. That did not sound nice at all. Excuse me. I don't always plan these things. I love her except for. I love myself except for. Got the adult service. I just love this carpet except for that stain. I love these lights except for the one that doesn't work. How do I love the one that doesn't work? How do I go about loving? How do I love my body that's not 51 anymore, or 50 or 40 or 30, 20? What point did I love my body? At what point did I not say, well, it's a good body except for, it's good hair except for, it's good for, my joy must be overflowing, and it must come from my love of the law, of divine law. And there's a wonderful instruction, if you want to know about the law, there's a wonderful instruction that says, get understanding of it. With all thy getting, get wisdom and get understanding. With all thy getting. Owing to a lack of understanding of the health laws, Myrtle Fillmore, our co-founder, said, owing to a lack of understanding of the health laws, neither of us was as healthy as we ought to have been. The implication being, we got understanding and we got as healthy as we ought to be. We got understanding of the health laws. Well, we need understanding of the harmony laws, certainly. We need understanding of the wealth laws, certainly. We need understanding of the peace laws and the joy laws and the wisdom laws and the love laws. We need understanding of them in order to experience them in all of their riches. You see, there's not one person holding out on our good, even though it sure appears differently. It sure appears differently, but it can't be possible that someone could be holding out on my good. There's often frightened people, there's agitated people, there's irritating people, but could they be irritating if I weren't irritatable? Yeah, I'm irritated because I'm irritatable. I'm disturbed because I'm disturbable. I'm upset because I'm upsettable. Otherwise, it wouldn't matter. How is it that some days somebody does something and I couldn't care less, and another day it just wrecks my day? It's the same thing, and they do the same thing. How's it one day you can get an email, it's like, oh, they're just upset today. And the other day, how could they do this to me? How is it that happens? Or is it one day you can fall in a puddle and who cares? David tells a story about a woman at a horse race, and she bred horses. And she's there, and she's patting a horse, and she's showing a horse that day she's dressed all in white, and the horse lifts its tail and lets loose on her. And she just and went on about her business. It was not the end of her good day. She understood that a horse did what a horse does. And a day's going to do what a day does. And I'm going to do what I do today. Or what I does. I'll do what I does. Today's the day of the Lord. Today's the day for the acceptance of law. And today is the day for the understanding of law. And then the practice of it. If I want to reveal my joy. If I want to reveal my peace. If I want to reveal my love. It can't be logical that God would ever withhold love. It can't possibly be the truth. We are Unity Center for practical spirituality. Practical, meaning it's simple and we can practice it. We are Unity. Our teachings are meant to simplify our spirituality and thus simplify our living. By the acceptance of love, I don't have to fear you, and 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 I don't have to fear him in the mirror either. By the acceptance of love and all the laws surrounding it, I don't have to fear anyone. I can say, oh good, I was hoping that would happen. Imagine looking in the mirror and saying, oh goody, I was hoping that would happen. That being you. I was hoping that would happen. Meister Eckhart, 14th century mystic, said, if the only prayer we ever have is thank you, God, that will be sufficient. So today, blessed be me. Blessed be you, blessed be us, and joy to the world.